Now, OmniKick analyzed the entire historical data, and what we found out that back in the 90s and in the 2000s, there were some critical mistakes which most of the businesses made at that, for which they were unable to succeed in email marketing. And here it goes. Here is the list for you. And here are the 9 primary reasons for the entire devastation which the email marketing industry faced back in that time. Now, number 1, marketers were not building their own email list. Now, if you're not making your own email list, then the contacts or whoever you're reaching out, that would be a pretty risky factor, because the person or the potential customer you'll be emailing to, they haven't heard anything about you, they don't know you. So without knowing them, if you're sending emails up front, that's not going to work out at any case. Yes, few may click, few may get back to you by saying, do not email them back. That's what happens. That's what actually happens all the time. That's why building your own email list using your own business platform by informing people who you are, what you do, and how you can help them, that's what actually clicks. That's what actually builds a successful email list, which marketers were not doing from the 19s until up to 2007 or 8. Now, the second mistake was they were not sending emails with the consent of their customers. Now, yes, you have people who know about you. Okay, I know you. I know you guys. I know you by your face, I know you by name, but I'm not introduced to you. I haven't talked to you that well, and I don't know you personally. If you're sending an email to me up front, expecting me to buy something for you or follow your instructions to actually read a content or share something or whatever that is, that's not going to work that well. Because if you're not taking my permission to email me, I can actually sue you. I can actually claim that you're harassing me and sending me unsolicited emails, which is pretty risky if you're in a business. That could actually destroy your brand name and image. So taking the permission of the recipient before you are sending them an email is significant if you want to build an email list that can actually work. Now, the third mistake which businesses made were their offers which they were sending to emails. Now, let's assume that, okay, you have built an email list from your own business platform. Your list, the contacts, they already know you and they're introduced to you. Okay, still, do you think that's going to work? You have just actually covered the first part. You have just actually covered 10% of the success checklist. Now, this is the third one which you need to follow, which businesses did not back in that time. That is, they did not make their offers personalized. It is very important to interact with your contact list in a personalized way, just like a friend does. And that's when you actually win their trust and make them feel comfortable before they do business with you. So that is important. Now, the fourth mistake which businesses did at that time was they were not using any technology to stop their genuine customers from bouncing off their site. Now, this is a thing which actually caused a lot of businesses to go out of business. Trust me, that happened. When you are generating tons of customers, tons of visitors online and making them visit your website, and if without interacting or making any sort of... Now, the fourth mistake which most of the businesses made at that time is they did not try to stop their genuine customers from bouncing off their site. Now, they did not use any technology. Even though the technology was there at that time, still they did not find it, even if that was in front of their eyes. They did not use any tech to stop their visitors to bounce back off their site, which they generated after investing a lot of money and time, and that was a pretty big loss. And the fifth mistake, which actually caused a lot of damage to the industry, was a lot of businesses, they created some good contents, but they were not using those awesome copies to make the readers opt in for their offers. Like, you got a blog, you got some awesome contents which give tons of effective, usable information to your readers, but yet you're not using those contents to generate leads or convert the readers into a subscriber into your mailing list. That's when you are actually wasting that awesome piece of content in your blog. Now, the sixth mistake which business made at that time that they were not segmenting their email list by location, geography, and just kept sending out offers randomly without analyzing that. And the seventh mistake the business made at that time that they were spending huge amount of money to generate traffic to their website, but they were not focusing in converting them and were dependent on a purchased email list. And the eighth mistake was their conversion tools sucked big time. And I have to tell you this because due to the notorious impression of the pop-up ads back in the 90s, the misleading advertisement which actually scammed a lot of people literally, that it actually destroyed the trust of the consumers in the market, to rely or even have any kind of faith on the pop-ups. And the ninth mistake, which actually made a mess out of the email marketing industry, was the businesses were not testing their strategies and was highly dependent on guesswork, which was a big, big mistake. But still, in spite of having all these issues, in spite of making all these mistakes, there were businesses which made it to the top. By marketing online, by building an email list through email marketing, they made millions. The question is how? And that's what I'm going to show you today. So without further ado, let's dive into the 9 futuristic formulas which we will be revealing now.